In a world that relies heavily on technology for entertainment, it is unfortunate that many young kids today haven't experienced the joys of gathering around the kitchen table on a Friday evening for family game night. There are hundreds of different types of board games being sold today. Monopoly is a great game to play with your family. I grew up playing Monopoly with my family and even with my friends' families when we had sleepovers. More recently, though, I have played different versions of Monopoly with my own children. Regular Monopoly, Monopoly Junior, Princess Monopoly. I would like to take a few minutes to talk about the quality of a good board game and how Monopoly not only fits those qualities, but in my opinion, exceeds them. First, while not everyone's board game standards are the same, the board game family has come up with a list of 5 common traits that make up a good board game. The first is that it should be a game that everyone in the family can enjoy. I mean, that's obviously important. Nobody wants to play a game that isn't fun. Next, the rules shouldn't be complicated. They should be fairly easy to understand. People don't usually want to spend a whole lot of time reading on how to play the game. In addition, the rules should be ones that are memorable, as to not have to go back and look at the instructions every time you play. The third trait suggests a variety of chance, choices, and luck. This could be rolling the dice, spinning a wheel, or having to draw a card that could either be in your favor or not so much. Fourth, a good board game should be aesthetically pleasing. The game pieces should be fun and colorful or novel in some way. And finally, a quality board game is one that people want to play again. First, I told you some of the things people tend to look for when choosing a board game. Second, I'd like to tell you about a game that I think fits the mold. The game of Monopoly not only fits my idea of a good game, but it exceeds my standards. Monopoly is definitely a game that everyone can find joy in, from being the banker to buying property and getting money from other players who land on your own space, to seeing an opponent go to jail. And let's not forget the best part, collecting $200 every time you pass go. Who doesn't love free money? Now, I will admit the rules of Monopoly are lengthy if you've never played. However, once you have played the game, they are hard to forget. From the time I had last played to the time I taught my children, about 15 years had passed, and I remembered everything perfectly, as if there hadn't been a gap. Monopoly is a game of chance, choice, and luck. It's all in how you roll the dice and whether or not you land on someone's property. Or worse, if you go bankrupt. Monopoly has some of the most fun game pieces around. There have been several pieces added and retired in its 84-year history. In March of 2017, an article in the New York Times showed the pieces that are used in today's version. These pieces include the Scotty Dog, the Top Hat, the Roadster Car, Cat, Battleship, and the most recent ones are the T-Rex, the Rubber Duck, and a penguin. Monopoly is a game that takes a while to play at one time. However, it is a game that you will want to play again to try to beat your friends. I have told you what makes a good board game, discussing first the criteria that some look for, and second, how Monopoly fits that description. There have been over 1,000 special edition and themed Monopoly games calculated to date. Which game would you like to try? Thank you.